Hey, everybody. I'm just getting set up. Trying not to be in the light so bright. Here we go. As long as I sit back, I'll be good. All right. Just letting everybody get in. I actually am going to move just one more second because this is going to annoy me. All right. So welcome to week 4. We are in full stride now. Pretty much you guys know most, if not all, of the tools that we use, but we are going to introduce one more this week. So while you guys are on here and I'm kind of just getting started, feel free to use the chat feature and let me know one of your biggest wins so far through the program. I will share them. We can rejoice together. As always, if you guys have any questions during this call, training, whatever, feel free to use the chat feature, or since usually we're a small group, you can raise your hand, unmute yourself, and just ask away. I'm going to try to keep this one short because it's already week 4 and most of you guys know what's going on. All right. So the biggest introduction this week is going to be the 24-hour fast. I'm going to add a disclaimer that the 24-hour fast is optional in my groups. The reason why we do the 24-hour fast is to give your body the ability to optimize some of the benefits that we get from intermittent fasting. Most of you guys are aware of what these are, and I just sent out an email. So if you didn't get it yet, make sure you check it and we talk about it. Basically, when your body is not digesting food, delivering or storing nutrients, or burning it for fuel, we are able to focus on other important bodily processes like cellular repair. I talk a lot about autophagy. That's the destruction of damaged or redundant cell components. And this is just one thing that's critical for healthy regeneration. Fasting is really powerful when it comes to reducing the risk of cancer and Alzheimer's. The damaged cells contribute to disease are being removed from the body in a totally natural way. So by doing the 24-hour fast, we are amplifying, we are gaining some of those advantages that we get from intermittent fasting. That being said, if you are breastfeeding, if you have ever had an unhealthy relationship with food, you are going to skip the 24-hour fast. Personally, to me, when it comes to weight loss, I don't think the 24-hour fast is as important. I think the 24-hour fast has some long-term lasting health benefits, but if your ultimate goal is fat loss, I don't necessarily think you need to introduce a 24-hour fast. I will get clients that will be really trying hard to lose those last 5 pounds. And for them, I do suggest doing it. But if you guys are happy on the journey that you're in, following the low carb days and the regular macro, and you don't feel like you need a turbo day, feel free to skip it. Your options, if you're going to skip it, include doing a regular macro day. That's what you do Wednesday through Sunday. You also have the option to just do an extended fast. And here's what that looks like. So everybody's 24-hour fast or extended fast will start on Wednesday night after you finish eating. You will start your fasting timer in the Faster Way app or in your head if you're just doing it from memory. Then you will go ahead and you will wake up and you will drink water. Maybe you'll drink herbal tea. If you do supplements, we recommend skipping those. I have found that most of my clients who do partake, they'll still do a cup of black coffee, but try not to do all the additives. I know a lot of us will do the non-dairy creamer. Try to skip that. Try to just do black if you're going to. Technically, the 24-hour fast, we want you to just stick with herbal teas, but I get a super bad headache when I do that. So I'm giving you the free pass to do the black coffee. You're going to drink plenty of water, lots of water. You're going to try to keep busy. And then you will break your fast, or if you're just doing an extended fast, so say some of you are only doing 12 hours, the extended might look like a 16-hour fast. If you do a 16-hour fast, extended might look like 18 hours. I feel like most of my clients go into the 24-hour fast thinking, I'll try it, I'll see how it is. The most important thing is to hit your macros on Wednesday. And I find that most of my clients get pretty darn close to that 24 hours. And they're like, I wasn't expecting to do it, but I felt great and I kept going. And I find that most of my clients that partake in the 24-hour fast, they say they are way easier than they ever imagined. They feel great and they love them. If you hit your macros on Wednesday, Most of my clients say it is not difficult to do. However, if you have a history of binge eating, this is why I would say skip the 24-hour fast, because some people may be ignoring their body's true hunger signal. And then finally, when they give themselves that green light to go ahead and eat, they find it hard to stop. So if you have a history of binge eating, we're going to skip the 24-hour fast. If you do not and you want to try it, go for it. I make this optional in my groups. If you were doing this through corporate, they would tell you to go ahead and do it, but I try to have a realistic approach. I really do believe the faster way is a long-term sustainable lifestyle. For me, I just don't do the 24-hour fast. I am a hangry mom, and I do not think I would have the patience for my children if I went 24 hours. That's just me. But that being said, many, many, many of my clients do it, and they love it. And they say it is way easier than they expected. So if you are on this weight loss journey and you want to spice things up, give it a try. There really isn't much of a downside. So give it a try, see if it's for you. And if it's not, you're just going to either do an extended or just do what you've been doing. Do the regular macro day, do your 12-hour fast, do your 14-hour fast. Some of these benefits that you guys are aware of at this point is that we are working on cellular repair, our blood sugar stabilization, which I think is helpful if you have a weekend like I just did and your food was all over the place. So it's kind of almost like a nice reset. If you're somebody in the past who enjoyed a good juice cleanse, the 24-hour fast is like, you know, a different version of that. So if you enjoyed that type of a reset, then mentally, this may be something that you like to use in your tool belt. I talk about all of these different tools in the Faster Way as being tools, and you don't necessarily have to use all of them all the time. We pick and choose which ones work for us, work for our lifestyle, are helping us reach our goals, and the ones that are not, helping us, we can just put those aside. We don't have to use them. Okay. So I really want you to look at all these different tools that we have in the Faster Way: intermittent fasting, tracking macros, doing carb cycling, pairing our workouts specifically with our food plans. If you do all of them, awesome. You're going to see awesome results. And if you're only doing a few of them, great. You're still going to see results. But know that you have the option to bring out the other ones. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I just don't want people to feel like our program is this restrictive diet. And so if doing the 24-hour fast feels like a restrictive diet, it's not for you. It doesn't have to be for you. I find that tracking macros has most of my clients eating more nutrient dense food than they did before the program. So to me, it's obviously not restrictive because we're adding in more food. And then sometimes I just want to be sure that my clients are aware that the 24-hour fast is optional, but it is part of the Faster Way program as a whole. Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself because there's only 4 of you guys joining live right now. Obviously the 40 people in our round will see the replay, but feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question if you have one. Nobody? Okay.
I don't have a question, but I plan on doing an extended version. I don't think that a 24-hour fast is feasible for my lifestyle.
What did you say? Sorry, my volume was really low and I just added it higher so I could hear you.
I just said I think like my lifestyle, being a working mom where I work full time and have 2 kids that have variable schedules, it just doesn't seem like I'm going to have enough nutrients to get through the day with a 24-hour fast.
So your reasoning is my reasoning. So I get it. That's why it's part of our community. And so in VIP, it is something that the community does once a month, but I've been part of the community for 4 years and I've never done it. So it's not something that, you either need to or whatever. But like I said, a lot of clients do it and they're like, that was really easy. And they liked it. It's kind of almost like some people feel like they need a reset once in a while. And it's like their monthly reset. When I first was a coach in the program, one of the other options was doing like a 1-day juice cleanse. And the idea is basically, it's just giving your body digestive rest, extended digestive rest. And so sometimes I'll tell people, if you want, you could do like a smoothie challenge, and do smoothies for not 24 hours, but like have a smoothie to break your fast, have a smoothie for lunch. And then you obviously eat dinner. Some days I do that involuntarily just because I'm busy and that's like the only way I'm going to actually be able to eat. But it's just the idea of giving your body a chance to do a deep clean. If you want to use the word reset, that's fine, but it's just giving your body the gift of digestive rest, as we call it, so that it can prioritize cell repair, fat burning, blood sugar stabilization, and some other fun stuff. But if you're not going to do it, and if you are going to do it, don't feel like you have to hit your macro goals with that fast breaking meal Thursday night. Some people ask that. No, you are not expected to do that. Eat a normal dinner and then forget that you ever did it. That's what we're supposed to do. All right. So moving on this week. So we're setting ourselves up for that. So Wednesday, we're really working. So today and tomorrow, we're doing low carb. We're doing the HIIT workouts. Wednesday, you're hitting your macro goals. Thursday, if you are partaking in the 24-hour fast, you have that as an option. If you are, you will want to do the active recovery workout or nothing on Thursday. You are not expected to do upper body on Thursday. You are expected to rest or do the active recovery. As a result, if you do it on Friday, you will do the upper body workout. I do this change up very often. If my Thursday, I don't have time to work out, I will just swap my active recovery day on Thursday with my upper body day on Friday. It's not a big deal. I do it all the time. Sometimes I will even do my leg day on Friday if I know I'm not going to get it in on Saturday. More often than not, though, the leg day goes on Sunday, but know that there is flexibility. So moving forward, as a reminder, when you guys joined, you did agree to auto enroll in VIP, but as I said, you will have a chance to cancel before that kicks in. If you do want to update your membership, that link went out in your email that I just sent you. You will just click that link and fill out that form. Make sure that you do that before Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. That's the cutoff. And in VIP, I'm still your coach. You still have access to everything that you have access to now, in addition to more trainings on hormone health, on burning fat, and hormone health after 50 in regards to hypothyroidism. We talk a lot about different hormone healths, breaking through plateaus. There are additional communities for our VIP members. So if you are a distance runner, there is a community for you there. If you are a vegan or a vegetarian, there's an additional community for you there. If you are trying to conceive or a newly postpartum mom, there's a community for you there. If you're over 50, there is a community for there as well. There are other additional communities that I'm not listing that I cannot remember off the top of my head, but they are there. And then you also, in addition, have access to one-on-ones with head trainers, nutritionists, and mindset coaches. If you're wondering what a mindset coach is, usually I refer my clients there if they have only 5 pounds to lose. And I think that they really don't necessarily need to lose that 5 pounds, but I know they want to. Sometimes I'll send them to the mindset coach. And the mindset coaches are great for everybody. It's kind of nice for a check-in, but it's included in your membership. We also do monthly challenges, and you will get access to all of this stuff and swag and fun stuff that we do. In the email that I just sent, there's a link to a guide if you do have more questions. We also have I'm just saying this, I do not sell the coach certification a lot, but if you are interested in being a coach, we have a coach certification event coming up on December 12th. We only do coach acceptances a few times a year, 2 or 3. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd. So next year will probably be similar. And if you guys are interested, let me know, send me a message. If you're not, I'm not going to hard sell you. I just say that and I move on. If you requested for a one-on-one, but you haven't booked one yet, in the email, there is a link there as well. And that's about it. If you do have personalized questions that you have for me, that is, book the one-on-one or just send me a message. I'm pretty responsive. On the weekends, I'm not as responsive because I try to spend some time with my family and not on my phone all the time. That doesn't always work for me. But let me know how I can help you. Does anybody have any other unrelated questions that's live on here on the call? No? Oh, Christine, go ahead.
Hi. So I guess I'm just kind of wondering, like, at this point, what we should feel. Obviously, it's all going to be subjective, but as far as progress, I feel like the first 2 weeks I felt like great because I was probably a little more intense about it and like have slipped a little more on these past couple weekends, but I still have done the workouts and I've still been tracking for the most part. So yeah, I guess I'm just wondering, like, what be looking for?
I feel like somebody wrote something. I don't know if it was you. Someone wrote something in the Facebook group that I haven't gotten a chance to address. And they were like, I've lost steam. Like help me get back on the way. So we say in the faster way. So again, it's not a Whole30. It's not a keto diet. We don't expect people to see like crazy results in like the first 2 weeks because it isn't such a drastic cut. We believe it's supposed to be a sustainable lifestyle. So in the first 4 weeks, you should start by the end of this week, you should start to feel a difference. 6 weeks is really when we say the results really start to become a little bit more apparent. So by now, maybe your clothes are fitting a little bit better. You have more energy, you're sleeping better. 6 weeks, we say, is when other people start to notice. And then after that, that's when, for me personally, that's when you really start to see the change. I find that it's consistency, because if you have to severely restrict what you're eating to see a change, it's not going to be sustainable. So anything that you would lose in like a 2-week, a 4-week program, if it was drastic, is not going, in my opinion, and from experience, and I'm sure you guys have experienced the same thing, it's just not sustainable. Because if you have to severely restrict, it comes off its water weight. Fat loss is there's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. And so when we do a cut, which is basically, some of you are at like a 25% calorie reduction. So I don't believe it's necessarily scientifically calories in, calories out. I really don't, especially with our variants of NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So that's like the calories that you're burning when you're not eating, sleeping, or working out. It's like you're walking to your mailbox, you're playing with your kids. So in regards to what to expect, everyone is going to be different. Someone that has a big weight loss goal, they're going to see more of a change in a 4-week period of time. Someone that has a smaller goal, like for me, I noticed that I lost 5 pounds very quickly. And then over the course of like 2 years, honestly, the scale didn't change, but my pant size went down 2 sizes. So I think clients also need to be aware that a scale is not the indicator of success. It really is and should be how you feel, how your clothes fit. And also it's a mindset, having confidence. So in our group, we have people that have 50 plus pounds to lose. And we also have clients that have 5 to 10 pounds to lose. And everybody's progress at week 4 is obviously, as you can imagine, going to be different. If your goal is on the smaller side, I have clients in this group that I think only have 5 or 10 pounds to lose. And a realistic, if they were to genuinely lose those last 5 to 10 pounds in just these 6 weeks, do I think that's achievable? Yes. Do I think that it's going to be easy to maintain in 4 to 6 weeks? No, because your body really wants to hold on to that, because when we are getting down to the lower body fat, your body wants to hold on to that for survival. And especially like if you're a mom or if you've had any hormonal changes with kids or breastfeeding, your body is really going to hold on to that. So if you saw awesome results the first couple of weeks, a lot of those changes, I would say, are closer to, the water. And Best Buy is calling me. Hold on one second. Nick, can you answer this? This is Best Buy. Sorry, we have a TV being delivered. And so I don't know if I answered your question, but I guess from a personal standpoint, what I like to remind my clients is that we take before and after photos, because those are really what show us the changes that our body is making. And I also like to reinforce that I am very consistent with our workouts. I am very consistent with practicing an intermittent fasting schedule. I do not personally track macros at this point, but if I had a specific 5-pound weight loss, like deadline, I would be tracking my macros, but I have the mental okayness to not be that like a silly number. Like to me, it's more about how I look, how I feel, how my clothes feel. But if it was more about a specific number, and I have clients, and that's why I'm using this verbiage, I have clients who are, they want a specific number on the scale. And to them, it's like, we're going to track. We're going to be really close and accurate with our tracking. But if you're here for the long term, if you're here for the lifestyle, we don't need to be as crazy about tracking, but we need to be consistent about showing up using weights that are challenging us. Like if you're never sore, you're probably not using weights that are heavy enough for you. Every once in a while, you should be uncomfortable after a workout. And when it comes to the nutrition in VIP, if you feel like the macros are not as accurate, we talk and we figure out if we need to tweak them at all. And we do introduce things like a low macro day, which is 25% less macros across the board. We do introduce, that's 25% less than what you're currently hitting. We do introduce a feast day, which some people mentally have a struggle with. And we also have something called a moderate macro day, which is more protein, less carbs. I'm seeing your comment. You said makes sense. Good reminder. So if you haven't taken progress pictures, if you didn't take a before picture, this is your reminder. You don't have to send them to me, save them for yourselves. But yeah, it's kind of shocking when you stick with the program and you don't weigh yourself. And then you like go to the store and you try on clothes and you're like, oh my God, I'm like a completely different size, but I didn't realize it because it's just been this slow, consistent, sustainable method of living, I guess. Does anybody else have a follow-up question? No, we're good. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming on live. As a reminder, you'll get the 1 weekly email now, and then the daily post will still be in Facebook. So make sure to leave your questions, your macros there, or send me a screenshot on text. And just remember to check in at least 3 times a week via posting macros, posting a sweaty selfie or something. So I know you're there and you're following along. You guys are doing awesome. Thank you for joining live, and have a great week. All right. Bye guys. Thank you.